guys?
Oh, it's sky high. This is what we work all winter for, is to play football. So finally getting to get out here and practice and show what we've been working all winter for, it's exciting.
How tough have the last few months been, especially with the way that the season ended for you guys, losing to the eventual national champs?
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough to swallow, but it's motivation for us. It's something to we know how close we were, and we know how we are. We know the team we are, and to be able to be that close is just motivation for us to get back there next year.
You guys, coming into year 2 for you as a starter, what's the progression like been for you so far, and what kind of steps are you hoping to take here this spring?
I'm just hoping to get better. I've got all the nerves out now, all the first year nerves, first year starter nerves. It's all gone. Now I got my confidence in. I know what it's like, and now it's just trying to get better from here.
What are you focusing on here this spring specifically for you?
Just execution. As a whole offense, the rut we ran into last year, we just didn't execute well. And so it's being consistent and knowing that we're the best offense in the country and we're going to execute like it.
Obviously, the back injuries didn't help last year for you guys. The running back injuries didn't help. How much is going to have a healthy backfield going to help for you guys?
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Having PJ and Eli to complement each other, and then throwing in Martell too. It's going to be big to have all three of them healthy. Hopefully, we'll all stay healthy this year, and it'll definitely help our offense.
Last year, you guys were pretty green on the offensive line as well. 4 of the 5 starters are back. You guys get to add Zenden Dellinger in there as well. How have you seen that group kind of mesh together this offseason, and what are you expecting out of that offensive line?
Yeah, we came into last year with a really young offensive line. So coming in this year, knowing those guys have the experience, they're only going to get better. They're going to be. I really trust them. I really know that when I drop back, I'm going to be protected.
What is it that you think that Zenden brings to this team, to that offensive line, that can help you guys here this year?
Yeah, he brings some athleticism. He's quick. For as big as he is, he can move really well. So I think the athleticism of him at tackle is really going to help us.
For you guys, as with the receiving core that you guys have had as well, how do you feel like the chemistry is growing between you and Rocky and Dan and Dylan and Will, a group that brings a lot of guys back at that position?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the best receiving core in the country. It's not even a question. And having the confidence in each other that we have is going to be huge through this year. And I know that when I throw the ball, those guys are going to go up and get it. And just having that, knowing that, is going to be everything in the world.
And as a team, what kind of steps are you hoping to take here this spring as a group, and where are you guys looking to grow the most?
I think offensively, we're definitely looking to grow the most at O-line and receiver too. We came in last year, like you said, with a young offense, and so being able to grow is going to be huge for us, and being able to get that consistency down. Defensively, we've losing the two best linebackers in the country, and so filling that void is going to be tough. But I know we got a lot of young guys stepping up, ready for the role.
What's been the message from Coach here this spring? Obviously, only practice number 1 today, but what's been the message from Coach as you guys get ready for this spring session?
And, just getting better. That's all we can do every day. We can't worry about any outside noise, anything that people are saying. We just got to come together, and get better.
Yeah, it's exciting. Everything you've worked for is come down to the final year. So it's exciting as a team, exciting personally. Just to see what we can do this year and what we can accomplish as a team.
What have been the last few months been like for you guys? It's something you guys hadn't had to experience for the last couple of years, losing before the championship game. But what's been the focus this offseason?
All right, we've just been motivated. Want to get back to that same spot. Wish we could redo a couple plays, but you can't. So, every time we go into the weight room during the winter, you just think about that, and you're a little more motivated, a little more focused, because you got to get back to the championship.
What's the focus here this spring for you guys, not only as a defense but as a team?
It's just unity, coming together. We've got to have some big leaders to step up and really take charge of this team. But I think it should be fun. Again, just unity, coming together as a whole unit.
As a defense, you guys bring back a lot, but you also lose, 3 big keys from your front 7. How hard is it to replace guys like Pearson Harnish, like Eric Dunton?
It is. Those guys are great guys, great football players. We trust that some younger guys will step up, though. They're ready. They've been hitting the weight room hard, and we'll pick it up like we never left.
What's been the focus for you guys defensively? What's Coach Didier really preached, with some, new guys coming into new roles?
Really just owning your role. We always teach that ever since my freshman year. Whether you're a third stringer or a starter or captain, own your role and do it to the best of your ability.
For you guys as a team, how much are you guys expecting to push each other and really get pushed here during this spring session when you guys only have so few practices?
Right, same as always. Just every single play, every practice, you come out and you attack it and do the best you can and grow as much as you can.
What are you looking forward to most here this spring?
Growing, having fun with the guys.
Perfect.
Long and cold. It's going to be warmer, I know. Okay, may not be dry, but it'll be warmer. No, we're excited to put helmets and pads on and get out here and start playing some football. It's that first phase of going into the next season. It's tough, man. I mean, you're 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 days a week. It's bitter cold. You know, you're inside pumping iron, you're outside running. You're getting stronger, faster. It's part of the process. It's also part of the process to get mentally tougher. So everybody's excited about going on to the next thing. We've got a lot to find out this spring. Got a lot of guys returning on the offensive side. We lost 3 outstanding linebackers at the second level. We've got a great first level, I think, returning, and the same at the third level. Right now, the questions we've got to get answered is who's going to be our inside backers and our backer to the wide side of the field. So we're excited about it, ready to go.
Obviously, it's only day one, but what do you feel like some of the focuses have to be, here early on in this phase?
You're doing what you're supposed to do, play it hard, doing what your coach do. Still got a lot to learn. Every year you tweak your system a little bit to go with what you got instead of what you had. Taking advantage, knowing our guys a little bit better that are returning, making sure you're putting them in the best situation for success.
How important is this, this spring period for you guys, especially, here as you guys get ready for the summer?
Well, it's obviously important. Everybody in the country is doing it, so it is important. You want to get out of it without any major injuries, and you want to learn, get a good feel for who's in position to make a run at a starting job. Like to have an early idea coming out of this, just where we're going to be going into August camp.
Offensive line obviously was a big spot for you guys last year. At times it seemed like you struggled to run the ball. Is that going to be a focus for you guys here this spring?
Well, there is more to it than the offensive line. We got 4 out of 5 in the offensive line back. We're very talented up there. We had running back injuries last year. I think we've got to stay healthy again. I think we've got a couple good ones coming in. I think we've got some guys back that should be more at full speed now. Wallace returning after ACL surgery, and Dean should be back in full swing. So I expect that to be better. I think our offensive line's probably as talented as we've had.
How excited were you to add Zenden Dellinger into this group?
Well, he certainly has a big bucket. He's got a lot of upside. He's got to make the transition, learn what we're doing, and buy into it. I mean, it's a culture here that you've got to understand that you've got to buy into it all the way. And he can be a big factor, no question about it. He's a talented young man.
What kind of roles do you see P.J. Dean and Wallace taking here during this spring camp?
Well, Wallace is not going to be in full pads again. He's still finishing up the recovery process. Dean's got to crank it up, and I'm sure he will. He's worked hard all winter long. He's had a good off season.
What about that linebacking core? Who do you see kind of hoping to take the reins there? And I guess what are you hoping to see from that linebacking core in the spring ball?
Well, I'm not going to mention any names because it's open territory right now. We've got some talented kids. They're young. They're inexperienced. We've got some tough kids. We've got some guys that can run. So we're excited to see how that develops.
And then what kind of growth are you hoping to see from Crable here from year 1 as a starter to year 2 now, and especially, with the second spring?
Well, we just talked before we came out here today. This is a game. I don't care if you play it on Sunday in the NFL, college, high school. It is a game. It is to be played and to have fun. I think the pressure's off of, I'm the new kid on the block. You've been around, you know what you're doing. Relax, enjoy it, get better.